Is tiki-taka really dead? Well, if Pep going to Arsenal and playing like prime Mourinho is anything to go by, then it just might be.
This is football heritage.
It does seem now, though, as if that football cycle is coming back around. The big man up top is well and truly back. We've seen across the league a number of teams scrapping the risk of playing inside their own box, instead favouring long balls to progress. Hell, even long throws are now becoming a done thing. I'm going to look at what the data tells us about this more direct playing style in the Premier League. And I'm also going to look at how this can help Amorim at United. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. And let's get into it.
Go! Let's go, let's go, let's go!
So first up, are Premier League teams actually playing more direct? Well, 11 teams are averaging fewer passes per sequence in the early stages of the Premier League. We've seen a plummet in high turnovers as more teams are happy to kick it long, and goal kicks are being launched into the opposition half more often. And now obviously we're not seeing teams go as direct as what they were sort of 10 years ago.
Those were the days.
And we are only 5 game weeks into the new Premier League season, so these stats could change as we see teams playing a little bit more comfortable as the season progresses, new signings being bedded in a little bit more, so they get a bit more comfortable in that sense as well. But it does seem as if in the first few weeks of this Premier League season, there does feel like a change is in the air. And Guardiola himself, who a lot of people blame for bringing the tiki-taka sort of stuff into the Premier League now, he's even admitted out Man City are looking to use more of these direct attacks in the Premier League this season. Why would this shift be happening then? Well, the most likely answer is that we've seen in the last couple of years a real peak in what teams can do in terms of pressing. It did seem like last season, you're seeing even the likes of Southampton last season, they came to United and they pressed us really aggressively. So it did seem like across the league, teams had well-constructed presses and they also had really good athletes who could carry out that press as well. In the 23-24 season, we saw a peak in high turnovers per game. That dropped a little bit last season, but now this season so far, it's the lowest it's been in the Premier League for the last 10 years, indicating that teams aren't giving their opposition chance to win the ball high up the pitch. And teams simply don't want to take that risk anymore. As per Opta, the 7 teams who made the highest percentage of short passes last season all made more than 30 errors that led to a shot on their goal. On the other end of it, the 8 teams who had the highest percentage of long balls last season, there was only Ipswich that had more than 30 errors leading to shots on goal. So the Premier League might well be changing this season. Whether it's for the better, we'll have to wait and see. But how does this help Amorim and United now? Well, United have so far leaned heavily into the fast direct attacks. It's been our main method of getting goals for a little while now. While being this one-dimensional isn't necessarily a good thing, but it does show that Amorim's teams are suited to the direct nature of play that we're seeing. Also, with there being less emphasis on short build-up, we haven't had to talk about that centre-back stepping up in the midfield for a while.
Thanks for bringing that up.
The centre-back making these bounce passes, while it still baffles me why you don't just get a midfielder to do it, it doesn't matter as much anymore, as United are kicking it long most of the time anyways. Build-up under Amorim was a major talking point last season, but in this evolving Premier League now, the pressure's been taken off him in that regard a little bit. And that's where Seshko can help United even more. He's shown that he can win an aerial duel, even if United do continue to starve him of the ball in other areas. I've said it many times now, United have had issues feeding the striker for a long, long time, and simply buying new strikers isn't going to help that much. But compared to Højlund, Seshko will win more of those aerial duels. There is a danger again of becoming far too one-dimensional, just kicking it long far too often to the big man up front. But we haven't seen Seshko up front enough for United so far to know whether that's going to become a real issue or not. With there being more of a reliance on the physical traits, I will give Amorim credit for making these players fitter than what they were last year. In the off-season, it's clear that United did work on that. Winning second balls does seem to be much improved from last season. So are United more equipped now to deal with those long balls that are coming at us more often? But my biggest worry is still burnout for United in these games. The super fast and direct style is it sustainable? We saw particularly against Fulham and in that Burnley game as well, United did seem to tire in those games. Is that why Amorim also changes the centre-backs so often as well? That's been a talking point recently. But is he doing it to try and get fresh legs in that back three to really cope with those demands of the pressing that Amorim wants from those wide centre-backs? It is too early to tell how much the Premier League has changed, but I can't help but feel with there being less of an emphasis on that short build-up, that's only going to help Amorim as his teams, even at Sporting, did prefer a more direct approach. And United simply being more physical, being able to win more of those second balls, are we more suited now to cope with those long balls that are coming at us more often in this ever-changing Premier League as well? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments down below. Drop a like if you enjoyed the video, guys. Subscribe if you're new around here. I'll catch you in the next one.